Hey guys, Zulk here, and this is Kusoge. Don't play it. Now, I remember I 100%ed this visual novel a long time ago before I had my YouTube channel, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't have the YouTube channel. And if I did, I was probably like doing only Doom content. I don't think I. Yeah, I remember now. It was early on. I think I was playing either Doom 2 Remix or her Memorial.wed when I was playing this on my own time. And oh boy, I don't know why it took me this long to play it for the channel. In the time I took from completing it myself, and now the official website has gone offline, but I still got this. I remember now. When I wanted to do it for the first time, I just couldn't figure out how to download it anymore because the official website had gone offline. I didn't notice that there was actually an archive of this game. So yeah, that's where I got it from. I'm actually going to leave the link in the description for this. Because you should not search Kusoge game on Google because that is going to give you like hentai games catering to scat. How do I know that? I fell victim to this the first time I searched for this thing before I found the real one. And no, this game by itself is not like raunchy. Well, it is raunchy, but it doesn't actually show anything bad. So, yeah, what's the extra stuff? Right, I forgot. So yeah, enough preamble. I spent 2 minutes talking about this game. Let's start it. I am really excited to guide you guys through this game. And it's been ages since I played it myself. I'm looking forward to this. Let's start. I'm a complete noob to weeaboo and anime culture. Now, first and only tip of this game. It doesn't matter if you are or not. Always hit yes. I'm not a noob when it comes to weeaboo or anime culture, but I still am gonna hit yes. You want to hit yes. Okay, waifu notes activated. All weeaboo references will be identified. If you want to turn off the annoying cliff notes, please go to the preferences and spot the pink decorative waifu notes. It says it's like editor's note or something like that. That is not what waifu notes are. It's not just like identifying references. If I remember correctly, from what I remembered, enabling waifu notes not only just gives you extra hints and references and stuff, but it actually just unlocks a bunch of new jokes. So you need to have this enabled. Doesn't matter how much of an anime buff you are, you need to enable waifu notes because that's just extra jokes and extra content. Let's go. I dreamt about 0 waifus. I needed 25 waifus. When I woke up, I wondered about what a wet dream that was. This line gets me all the time. To this day, I remember this line. Waifu means wife. And you don't actually get 25 waifus in the game. Find another waifu dating game. That's what I mean. That's the second part. That's the part I mean. Enable waifu notes. That will give you extra jokes. When I woke up, it was morning. I had just transferred to a new school. Back in my home country, Japan. I didn't remember anyone, but when I was young, I had lived in Japan for quite some time. Was what my parents told me. So I went to the bathroom. It turned out I accidentally drank spoiled milk. So now I'm constipated. This is a reference to Shinji from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Shinji sat on a metal folding chair while being very depressed about his life. I was always confused about that. I thought drinking spoiled milk would make you have diarrhea. It wouldn't make you constipated, right? I sat down on the toilet seat and groaned painfully. Finally, something came out. It was small at first, but it combusted into a loud fart and everything exploded into the toilet. I was relieved of stomach pains, but now I was late for the first day of class in my new school. My legs took me as far away as possible from my house until I got lost. Did you wipe? What's the point of running if I didn't know where I was going? However, when I looked around, I felt a sense of deja vu. I remembered this place from deep within my memories. Feeling this feeling had made me want to turn that very nostalgic corner. That's Protect-kun. I forgot what your name was. Her name was on the title screen. I did not pay much attention. The game will tell me anyway. As I turned that corner, I accidentally ran into a girl who had a piece of toast in her mouth. This is an anime cliche. Hold on, I need to adjust the screen real quick. The text is a bit too small. Hold on. I can't make the text bigger. Hold on, but maybe I can do something. Adjusting it. Much better. I made the screen a bit bigger and now I can actually see if I'm recording or not. Let me make it even a bit bigger. There. A bit more. This should do it. So where was I? Right. This is an anime cliche when the first anime girl to bump into the main character ends up falling for him. Noticing there's some grammar issues here. I didn't notice these grammar issues before when I first played it, but I'm noticing them now. This is an anime cliche when the first anime girl to bump into the main character ends up falling for him. What? Girl-chan. That name, Girl-chan. Chan-kun-san are honorific suffixes. This story uses them because it takes place in Japan, like every other visual novel that came from Japan. She fell with a thud and fainted. Alright, I should save a lot. Whoops, I accidentally clicked off. Help the poor girl, leave her be. Which one gives me an ending? This game has a shit ton of endings. Sure, we'll help the poor girl up, I guess. Are you okay? I went to her side and shook her. She lay lifelessly on the ground. As I hovered over her, I accidentally stepped on her face. Whoops! I forgot that line. I forgot that happened. I started to feel bad for having stepped on her and carried her body to the nearby park bench. What's this music? I placed her hardly nibbled on toast on top of her chest. Breakfast was an important part of your daily meals after all. She would need it when she woke up. Her head was propped on top of my thighs for some strange reason when I laid her body down. I didn't want to move an inch in fear that this stranger would wake up and see how I invaded her personal space. I decided to take a nap. Not before long, the school bell rang. Though I was originally lost, it surprised me to know how close by the school was. Either way you go, the school was going to be close anyway. It's only a screen away after all. Either way you go. But either way, I opened my eyes, realizing that only 5 minutes had passed since I closed my eyes. Time moves slower when you monologue. Too bad he wasn't internally monologuing. Also, I was officially late for my first day at my new school. No matter what you do, you are going to be late either way. Thanks, waifu notes. On my lap, the redhead fidgeted from my abrupt movement. She continued to moan as though she was sleeping on the best lap pillow in the world. Excuse me, but can you just wake up already? My lap is going now. Her eyelashes fluttered open. She then reached fondly towards my face. She felt the largest organ on my body against her palm, the face. He's talking about the face. That largest organ was my cheek. An angel. Excuse me? I'm sorry, but I believe you have mistaken me for someone else. Though I do have naturally white hair, I don't think that my parents' mystical lineage has any heavenly beings included. Protect-kun is a Maho Shonen, aka Magical Boy. He has a secretive backstory. Okay, I'll be real, I did not know magical boys were a thing. I knew magical girls were a thing, but I didn't know magical boys were a thing. She seemed flabbergasted enough to jump backwards with a triple axel jump. I don't know what that is. Karchan might be an Olympic gold medal ice skater. Maybe. Gomenasai. That means I'm sorry. She wasn't very sorry when she stole your wallet when you weren't looking. Hey, give me my wallet back, Garchan. She bowed and ran away, astonishingly fast. Soon she was out of my sight. You forgot your toast. What happened? I could only guess that this is one weird incidents that supposedly happens to everyone once they transfer to a... I'm gonna read that again, trying to autocorrect for the mistakes. I could only guess that this is one of those weird incidents that supposedly happens to everyone once they transfer to a new Japanese school in the middle of the semester. Wait, we transferred to the middle of the semester? Something always happens to him whenever he transfers to a new school in the middle of the semester. He's very unlucky. Why do you keep transferring to new schools in the middle of the semester? Maybe I should have just left her back there. But now I was late. Oh well, I guess I'll eat the toast. Protect-kun will probably have to go to the ER from food poisoning someday if he keeps on doing that. I arrived to Kuso Gakuen. Gakuen, I don't know how to... if you can't tell, I don't speak Japanese. I never learned Japanese. I don't know how things are actually pronounced. I arrived to Kuso Gakuen. Kuso Gakuen means shit school. We took a random Japanese word and stuck it with Gakuen to make it more authentic. You know, I never really noticed this weird glitch over here. Literally, there was no one in sight. Hold on. Let me just look at this art for a sec. Looking at this art makes me sad. Do you know why it makes me sad? Because this is the kind of shitty slop art that I'd see in an AI generated piece, maybe with a bit more polish. And that makes me sad because I know for a fact that this isn't AI generated. Because AI couldn't even generate art like this back when this game was made. This is authentic hand-drawn human art. Yet AI has been aping this style so much that this looks AI generated. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of AI style inconsistencies here as well. Like over here and over here. But I think that's supposed to be intentional. This is supposed to be intentional shittiness. But it's kind of indistinguishable from AI shittiness. But like I said, I know for a fact that this isn't AI art. Because it was made before AI could art. Uh, I I wish we could go back to a time AI couldn't art. Literally, there was no one in sight. What about this guy over here? Not only that, the school gates were closed. It didn't look like it, but my shonen protagonist senses felt an invisible barrier. Oh, that's it. Shonen means boy. It's also the genre of Japanese comics that gave birth to many well-known tropes. Protakun is part shonen and part B-shonen. Whatever should I do? Skip school! Wait. Hold on. Let me save again. Skip school! You know what? I quit being a goody two-shoes. I'm going to pursue my lifelong dream and become a bancho. Even if I don't have a titular popped collar or gakuren, I can still be a bishi bancho desu. Bancho means gangster, preferably the leader of all gangsters. Bishi is short for Bishonen. Bishonen means pretty boy. And desu means he watched too much moe anime. Don't ask what moe is. What's a gakuren again? It doesn't say. You. Stop right there. Police is Pipo-kun, the cartoon mascot of the Japanese police department. I randomly pulled off of Google. Wait. Police is Pipo-kun, the cartoon mascot of the Japanese police department. I randomly pulled off of Google. What? You were thinking about being a bancho, weren't you? No, I wasn't. And who are you? We are the Japanese thought police. We are here to prevent delinquency, starting from its origin. Thought police came from the dystopian novel 1984 by George Orwell. Read it. No, but I will read Animal Farm. And luckily we found an offender right in front of his school. Me? Yes, you. What are you going to do to me? If you don't go to your classroom, we will arrest you. This sounds too suspicious. Should I run for it? Yeah. You think you can outrun me? I'm the fastest protagonist in the universe. I've been severely overpowered since I was born. If you could grind your levels non-stop from birth, you'd probably be overpowered too. RPG logic. Oh damn, I completely forgot about his protagonist powers. Gotta go fast. Sonic. You can't use that line, that's copyright infringement. Just like everything else in this game. Okay, I'm gonna pause again. Just for just to talk a bit, I guess. This style of humor is very kinda like 2010s. And it might not be for everyone, but it just cracks me up. Real talk, my own brand of humor tends towards lol random. So this type of humor is right up my alley, honestly. Yeah, not all jokes land with me, but I'm enjoying this. It's been too long. And I know I was laughing hysterically when I first played it because it was the first time I played it. I didn't know what to expect, but now I kinda do, but it's been so long I kinda don't remember, so half effective. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. With a sprint, I escaped into the next background. It didn't seem like they were chasing after me though, but I couldn't just stay here. They might be still on my tail. My Sonic tail. Sonic has a tail? With another sprint, I realized I was back at this school again. What's happening? Aha! I bet you didn't see that coming. What did you do? Oh, a little this and that. With your mind. Also, your silly American ways won't work. You're on Japanese soil. Pipo-kun regulates world peace through the moderation of Gary and Mary stews. Damn. You will no longer have your protagonist status. Now that we have changed your mind, you are now a regular Japanese high school student. Protakun now finally Protect-kun can now finally be a boring self-inside, no personality, empty shell of a main character. Just like one of your Bishoujo games. Now skedaddle on to class. Make new friends and lovers like the game is about. But if I catch you doing something wrong, you know where I'll be. I'm watching you. Behind the door to my classroom, I could hear Sensei-san, getting ready to introduce me, the transfer student. Sensei means teacher. Really, I don't know why there's san there. Because it's funny, that's why. Just as Sensei-san was about finished telling the class that I should be arriving any second now, I walked in. Oh, what we have here, if it isn't the protagonist. I was just talking about you to the class. The class began to buzz as I stepped into the room. They could see that I wasn't just any normal transfer student. I could hear whispers here and there, certainly caused by me and my strange foreign appearance. Is that white hair? What's with his name? He's cute, but he's a gaijin. Gaijin means foreigner. Of course, if Protect-kun wanted to be a generic anime American transfer student, he should have dyed his hair blonde. The chattering seemingly got out of control before Sensei-san silenced her class with a loud cough. Ahem. Class, onegai minasan. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. Class, onegai minasan. Please greet your new classmate. Onegai minasan means please everyone. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu means glad to meet you. If you're asking me why I decided to write this instead of English, then you're missing the whole point of this game. It is Weeb, the game, the parody. Good. Now Protect-kun, could you tell something about yourself? Sure. Save. Why am I saving in cheese spots? I don't know why. And I keep accidentally clicking off. Play it safe, play it smooth, play it real. My real name is... I am not reading that. I am not even trying to read that. I think it's a reference to a game. No Chusuke. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Scar vs. Bradley. Find it on YouTube. You can call me Protect-kun for short. And I have a problem. I don't want to tell it to people I've just met, but Kuso disease. Kuso disease will never be explained throughout the course of this story. Symptoms include extreme diarrhea and lots of forced toilet humor. I am losing my voice reading this, I think. Sorry, my throat felt really gummed up. Symptoms include extreme diarrhea and lots of forced toilet humor. I hope we can still be friends. Ganbate. Ganbate means good luck. Thank you, random NPC Girl-chan. You have my thanks. I imagine him saying that the same way Metro Man did. Thank you, random citizen. So where do I sit? You can sit at the back next to... The door is slammed open just when Sensei was about to tell me where to sit. In came the girl I saw a few screens ago, but now with a fierce and wild aura. She walked past me as though the incident this morning didn't happen. Yankee-san, what are you doing? Not only coming in late, but also interrupting the transfer student's introduction, which I finished quite a while ago. Shh, Sensei-san. Shh, Sensei-chan. Chan, how disrespectful. Stand out in the hallway, young lady. Did I really just mess up L and R in a Japanese game? It wasn't intentional, it's because my throat is being weird. Instead, she sat herself down and tilted her chair back dangerously like a cool person. Sensei-san seemed quite furious, but finding my place to sit was much more important. I hope I get the back row seat by the window. The seat in class determines how protagonisty a protagonist is. It's very important. Satsai-san, my seat. Oh, Protag-kun. You can sit next to Yankee-san in the back row seat next to the window. I feel that you can make her a better person somehow. Hey, we are getting the back row next to the window, the classic protagonist seat. Satsai-san knows. And so I sat next to that girl who seemed all too fierce and all too terrifying at this point. Hold on. Me messing up the reading? I know why I'm doing it. I am trying to speed through this too fast. Hold on, I need to take a breath, take a breather, and read better. However, throughout class, I did not feel any evil aura from her. Class ended quickly and peacefully. I got too excited and read really fast. It was finally the end of my first day of school. Now I had to go home like the good kid I am. As I walked up the classroom, I spotted Yankee-san at the end of the hallway. With the way she made that impression on me this morning, I was quite interested in stalking her further. I hope I wouldn't get in trouble with her. Stalking is common in anime. How else do you get to know someone? But she's so mysterious. So I followed her. But on the next corner, I lost her. Where could she have went? Left or right? Left. I turned left and sighted a house. A surge of deja vu. Hold on. Let me save again, I guess. Left. I turned left and sighted a house. A surge of deja vu kicked in. This house. I think I know this house. Suddenly, someone touched my shoulder. Another Karl-chan. Excuse me, but you're blocking the entrance to my house, Desu. Be careful. This girl says Desu, Ugu, and Nyan is Japanese and I don't know the meaning of them. Oh, sorry. I moved out of the way, embarrassed. Hey, do I know you, Ugu? OMG, you're the new transfer student, Nyan. She was probably the girl Jen from the beginning, maybe. Yeah. Nah, she's not it. Lincho-chan. I'm in your class. You can call me Lincho-chan. I'm the class representative of your class, Ugu. She smiled pretty and took my hand. What? Why don't you come in for tea, Desu? But no, I gotta go. I pulled my hand away from hers and sped off to the sunset. This wasn't part of my keikaku. All according to keikaku. Keikaku means plan, end. It's from Death Note. The suburbs messed up, or did they? All according to keikaku. Game over. I got the keikaku ending. But anyway, my throat is starting to hurt and it's almost 30 minutes. So guys, that's it for this video. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and or subscribe. Dislike it if you hated it. I'll heart your comment to let you know I've read them. So just because I hearted your comment doesn't mean I agree with it or endorse it. I'm Zulk and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.